Hi, my name is Drew Labbe. I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but I moved to League City, Texas when I was 7 years old. After I graduated high school, I felt the Lord calling me to seminary, but I was told to wait a year. I applied to go to seminary right out of high school, but they told me to wait a year. So after that, I went to a semester of community college, and I completely hated that. So I convinced my mom to not make me go back. Then I was working at a Cajun meat market and deli for about 8 months. And then I felt the Lord calling me to do Net Ministries. It basically is a team of young adults who travel around the country doing retreats for junior high and high schoolers. I did that for 9 months and I loved it. My team went pretty much all over the Northeast and the southern part of the United States. And we did a total of 132 retreats in 9 months. Throughout that time, I felt the Lord was still calling me to go back to seminary. And so I reapplied after my time with Net. And I got accepted, and I was super happy. I thought it was where the Lord wanted me to be. But after a year and a half, I discerned that the Lord was no longer calling me to that life. And so about in March of last year, I started working at the Cajun meat market and deli again that I had worked at before I did Net Ministries. And I was talking with one of my best friends from seminary, and he told me about Family Missions Company. I had never heard about it before. He said he knew some friends in Taiwan who were doing it and they loved it, and he thought it was something that I would really like. So I said, okay, I'll look into it, but I kind of put the thought in the back of my mind because I have never been out of the country before until we went to Mexico for training. And so I just kind of put this thought in the back of my mind. I was like, yeah, I don't really know if I like doing missionary work in this country, but I don't know if I want to do it out of the country. But in about March of last year, 2018, I was sitting in Mass one Sunday, and the gospel reading was from John chapter 12, verse 24. It said, "Amen, amen, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains just a grain of wheat. But if it dies, it will bear much fruit." And my priest told this awesome story. Then he related it to how Christ became this seed that came down to earth and died to bring life to everyone around him. But we each have that seed inside of us. We can choose to die to ourselves to bring life to those around us, or we can keep that seed inside and let everything around us die. So whenever I heard that, it was like immediately in my mind, like this light bulb went off. And I was like, I have to do this. I don't care if it's uncomfortable or if I don't like it. I have to go bring Jesus to these people who have never heard about him before. And then so whenever I heard that, I immediately emailed Family Missions Company. I said I'm interested in joining full-time missions. And so I heard back from our intake coordinator, Erica. She told me, okay, you need to sign up for a come and see. And so last June, I went on a come and see. It was 5 days here at Big Woods, Louisiana. And I was just so at peace. I loved it. I loved the community that was here, just all the people. It was amazing to me. And I was like, I cannot see myself being anywhere else but here. And so I applied to join Family Missions Company the day after I got home from my come and see, and I got accepted a few weeks later, and I showed up for intake this past September in 2018. And throughout training, I realized that I'm not just doing this because I need to die to myself to bring Christ to people. I realized that this is something truly that the Lord is calling me to do, and I can't imagine doing anything else with my life. And in a few weeks, I'll be leaving to go to Haiti, and I'm super excited to bring the gospel there to those people who need to truly hear about Jesus and to help them come to know the Lord the way I have throughout my life.